Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at the mental health of modern women. We'll go over several cases involving today's women and how men have to deal with unstable behavior, from one woman who throws away her engagement ring to another who loses control in a man's apartment and another who says she wants to be with 300 men in a single day. Honestly, even women should watch this video, especially those who are mothers of sons, to see what men are up against these days. Your support means a lot to us. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 150,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Share your experiences and advice in the comments. That's what helps this community grow. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Let's get started.
See this ring right here? See this ring right here? I don't want it. I don't need it.
Whoa!
I don't care.
Yo, are you?
I don't care.
Yo,
I don't care. I don't
Yo,
care.
did
Why are
you
you
just-
stopping the car? Let the ring go. The ring is done. The ring is over.
are
I don't
you
want it.
crazy? Did you just lose your damn
Don't
mind?
yell at me. Don't come for me, babe.
You just
Do
threw
not.
the ring out the window?
Is that not what you just saw? Is that not what you just
Yo,
saw?
do you know how much that ring costs, Kristen? You're just gonna throw it out so you have this relationship has no value to you?
Sorry, so you're worried about the cost of the ring instead of the cost of my sanity? Wow, that's
What
really,
are you saying right now?
that's
The
really
fact that you just
bold.
threw the ring out the window just shows you don't even care about the relationship.
I don't
Over
care
some
about the-
garbage?
I don't-
Over some garbage?
You're treating me like garbage.
How am I treating you like garbage? Yo, so basically the ring doesn't mean shit to you. You're just gonna throw it out the window like it's just a piece of trash?
Do I need
Think I bought it out the vending machine? Yo,
How am I supposed to know that you
bro,
never buy
stop talking. Stop talking.
Stop it. Get some help.
My father used to say, "Son, never be with a woman who doesn't value your efforts, because you'll always feel like you're climbing a steep mountain every day." Many men are in relationships where they feel inadequate, dealing with demanding women who don't appreciate them. A lot of these modern women are unbearable to put up with. They're spoiled, have terrible attitudes, and many struggle with mental health issues. This is what a lot of men have to face today. It's tough because a man wants to respond, but he can't react to irrational women who act like children. A wedding ring is a commitment. It's also expensive. It's the biggest gift a man can give to honor a promise. What this man should do is calmly pick up his ring, walk away without arguing, and keep silent. Then, he should go to this woman's house, let her out of his car, and end the relationship right there, because she doesn't value him. He would be dodging a bullet with this woman. I want you to see just how damaging it can be for men to date a mentally unstable modern woman in the following video.
Melissa, get out.
don't want to.
Get out.
Feel
My son's scared of you.
I don't care.
My son is scared of you. Look, you see? You see? Do you see him? You see him? You see him? Okay, then he's scared. So get the fuck out. Go in the living room or the bathroom. You stop. Stop. See, that's why I'm recording. Because the cops ain't gonna believe this shit.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
Tell me, how do you deal with something like this? What you see here is what many men go through. It's what has ruined the lives of countless men who later face unjust accusations of domestic violence, often by unstable women who harm themselves to blame the man. This man has his child in the room, terrified of this woman. You saw in the intro how she destroyed his car. He's filed reports, he's tried to leave her, but when a man goes to the police, he isn't taken seriously. They laugh at him because he's less of a man. Nowadays, having a charged phone with a good camera is what saves a man from facing 5 years in prison over a false accusation. Then you hear women saying men are being weak, princesses, or unmasculine. But no one mentions how many men have to put up with these situations daily, dealing with mentally unstable women who don't understand when you want to leave. The worst part is the comments on these videos, where women say she's acting like this because he must have done something to her, as if it's always the man's fault. Honestly, you can't believe this nonsense, brothers.
So on Saturday, I got run through by 101 guys. Now, I've had a lot of backlash so far about it, and I've seen some of the videos and I see your side. Like, I am not trying to encourage other girls to be doing that, like if they don't want to and feel like they have to do that. But my side is like, I'm just a girl trying to enjoy myself, trying to have fun, trying to make some content for you all, you know, trying to get my bag. Like, this is fun to me. This is what I enjoy. No one is forcing me to do this. And I feel like we're going back in time to where women are getting shamed for being a sluzzer, when I thought that's what we were trying to get away from. So you might know me as the girl who's been with 101 guys in a day. Now, I'm currently in training to do 1,000 guys in a day, and on the 15th December I shall be taking on 300 guys in a day, which is the most amount of guys I've ever done. And so it's going to be hard, but in comparison to the 1,000, this should be light work. One of the 101 guys videos, it was actually 5 guys versus me. And apologies if they're taking a little while to get published. I mean, I've got 10 hours worth of footage, so it's taken me a little while to edit.
Hell to the no, to the no, 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 no. Hell no.
I don't know if this is true, but I'm sure her parents must be very proud of her. Honestly, this disgusts me. I have to say it. This current mindset of enjoy as many men as you can is disturbing. And tomorrow, these same women want a beta provider to offer them long-term commitment. Believe me, there will be a simp who accepts her. I can understand if she's doing it to make money. At least she's gaining something from it. But doing it for free, for the thrill of it, just to earn a nickname like the girl with 101 men? Then they wonder why men don't want to marry. She wants 300 next, aiming for 1,000 in a day. At this rate, she'll go through every guy in the city. What do you all think about this?
Mark my words, 10 years from now, there will be a scientific study that is published letting us all know that situationships give us brain damage. They absolutely give us brain damage. I think the scariest thing to me about modern dating is how unavoidable the situationship is. Like, I'm a pretty healthy person at this point in my life when it comes to, like, relating and dating and all of that stuff. And I still have, like, fallen into the situation trap, not once, but twice. And once you're in it, it's like, you're in it. You're in it. And then you got to get out. And then once you're out, then you just are never over it. You're never over it. I think there's an absolute psychological reason why situationships are so hard to get over. I know for myself, if I'm dating somebody and then we have a title, right? So we progress from dating to having a title for each other. And then from there we break up. Like, I can get over that scenario. Like, my brain can categorize it and make sense. But when you have all of these deep, intense, like, feelings for someone you have, like, a really, like, intense connection with, but that is never, like, labeled or categorized, and then it ends, like, I just feel like your brain doesn't know what to do with that information. I regularly have nightmares about the 2 people that I was in situationships with. Like, one of these people, oh my God, I hadn't seen them for like 2 years. I ran into them last week when I was out, and my nervous system freaked out. It was like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. Even though I feel like once both of these situations I was in, like, once I realized what it was and how unhealthy it was, like, I ended it.
This is the typical woman on the carousel who ends up dating a Chad, a guy who brings nothing to the table. She ends up on an emotional roller coaster, one day down, the next day up. This dopamine rush makes her mentally unstable over time. The solution could be simple. Choose to be with a man who first shows he's committed to you. The problem is that people do judge a book by its cover. In other words, you are what you present. When a man sees a girl with purple hair and a nose ring, it's likely he'll think she's suited for a casual situation rather than a serious relationship. Relationships follow a man's direction at a woman's pace. Often, The first thing a woman does with a man is try to categorize the relationship. Are we friends? Is this a casual situation? Are we dating? Is he my partner? My husband? These categories matter, and this kind of woman rarely moves past the situation phase because, as I said, she's selling an image that suggests she's only after intimacy. That's why she feels the way she does.
But my brain, like psychologically, like my brain and my nervous system, like still aren't healed from these people and these scenarios. I am such a lover girly, and I have completely deprioritized romantic relationships and dating in my life to protect myself against how nefarious modern dating is. And that was a great decision. And like, I'm like, it is what it is. But ideally, like, I would love to be out in the world dating. But it's like, it's a haunted house. Modern dating is a haunted house, dude. Like, I'm not doing a situationship again. Like, I'll die alone with my cats over that shit. Like, I will never do that to myself again. I say now. But it's so easy to fall into. But I know my brain can't handle it again. There's no way my brain could handle one situationship. You know? I know my limits.
Here we see how a woman ends up becoming one of two things. She either turns toxic and crazy in her next relationship, or she becomes depressed while being alone. From the looks of it, by the third time this happens to her, she'll be completely broken. And I pity the guy who ends up paying for all of this. This is why women are the #1 consumers of antidepressants, or the ones most likely to go to therapy. The absence of a father figure, unchecked freedom, and the lack of masculine energy and stability that a man provides in her life are driving them to the edge. It's turning them into women who are constantly on the verge of breaking down. Just look at her eyes. She's on the verge of tears. She's depressed. And there are plenty of men who want a good girl, but, as I said, you are what you present. If she were to ditch the hair color, the piercings, dress more traditionally, and look for a different type of man, she'd find stability. But she won't do that. She'll keep making the same mistake over and over until she ends up as one of the two things I mentioned, either unstable or hitting the wall with a cat, because we all know the wall doesn't forgive. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Have you ever dated a mentally unstable woman? What do you think this man should do to get out of this relationship? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.